Oh, this is No Face Movement, and it's February the 27th, 2013. And I'm bringing news. I see everyone out there probably already knows about the Google Glasses. Before we get into that, I want you guys to check out the picture NBC is using. I show you guys a video of the Air Force and the nanotechnology and the bugs. It's just kind of unusual. They got a bug up here. Alright, folks. You see the legs. Alright, that's the same thing the Air Force used for micro uh, vehicles. Um, now, me and Mystique, we've been doing videos on the Mark of the Beast. And the Mark of the Beast, as we know, it is our cell phones. And it's in your hand. Now, Google's coming out with Google Glasses. Now it's in your forehead, it's in your head. Now, the thing that me and Mystique was talking about is this is near your brain. Alright, folks? This could be a form of them hacking into your brain. What was that game called? Ingress?
Yeah, Ingress.
This is a form of them watching everything. Once this hits the market, trust me, within the next 4 to 5 years, this is going to be a big deal. This is going to be a big deal.
And also, what happens if they backfeed signals or whatever, and there's nothing you can do about it because it's right up there where your optics are, and they can feed it directly imagery or messages or prompts or cues directly to your mind, directly to your brain, and control you.
And they could read your brain like a CAT scan.
Yeah.
And they got a camera, so everything will be in this new surveillance state. Excuse me.
And your senses are usually attenuated through your optical nerves and things of that nature.
Yep, the all-seeing eye. It's in your hand, the cell phones, and it's in your forehead. All right, and this is just crazy. And this is what they mean when people they won't have to force it on people because everybody wants this. All right, let's get into this article.
Google Glass is an all-knowing virtual assistant. Is your head ready? You may have recently spotted some goofy-looking headgear gracing the brows of the Google founders, and a few supermodels too. While it may seem like a cyberpunk fashion statement that just got too literal, Google's Project Glass, a wearable camera display combo, may well be the future of human-machine interaction. One thing that we're really excited about and working hard on is transforming the way that people interact with Google, said Scott Huffman, Google's Vice President of Engineering for Search, showing off a video demonstrating the search engine giant's new sensation from the stilted one keyboard at a time conversation to more of a natural conversation, like a human assistant. Make no mistake, Huffman isn't talking about a virtual assistant along the lines of Apple's Siri, which responds to your questions. He's talking about a way to interact with the search engine and all its associated products. That includes it gathering so much data about your life and habits. It will start anticipating your needs. Cool? Yes. Creepy? Maybe that too.
It's gonna gather so much data about your life and habits. All right, everything, everything you trade is in the phone. Everything you trade is gonna be in your head. All right, folks, this is very serious. All right, let's move on.
If you think about a good assistant, Huffman told me, pausing to correct himself, a great assistant, they don't interrupt you every few minutes. He described his own assistant, someone who doesn't interrupt him often, but certainly knows when she should give him a gentle reminder or a sharp kick. It's the opposite
Oh, excuse me. Scroll a little bit too down.
of the experience on your phone today, Huffman pointed out, referencing how disruptive our smartphones can be. Not only are they not capable of prioritizing our notifications, but they're mostly incapable of anticipating how the priorities themselves change depending on where we are or what time it is. Though Google's improved experience will span all manner of devices, we're trying to think of it as your assistant is ubiquitously with you, said Huffman. It's Google Glass that has everyone talking. Under development in the Google X Lab, that mysterious skunk works where self-driving cars, neural networks, and other quirky yet ambitious projects are being dreamed up. Glass is the most provocative way in which this assistant, your main touch point with Google, might interact with you. A small display lives on a frame that resembles eyeglasses. It is connected to a camera, microphone, bone-conducting speaker, and more. Thanks to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth support, the device communicates with other gadgets, such as your smartphone, as well as the good old web.
Bone conducting speakers. So this thing has enough capability to scan your brain by using frequencies, folks. Alright? People are going to become dumb. This is how they dumb you down, too. Alright, let's move
Okay,
on.
Glass. With a command like that, you can prompt the device to take pictures, record video, initiate video chats, provide directions, send messages, search, translate, and more. Cards resembling those seen in Google Now, Google's response to Apple's Siri, may occasionally appear in the tiny display, meant to remind you of a dentist appointment, provide updates on an upcoming flight, and so on. A concept video released by Google about a year ago left some people under the misconception that Glass provides an augmented reality experience where information is overlaid across a field of vision. Instead, as a new demo video confirms, Glass is significantly less disruptive. You actually have to glance up at the display. Google's intent with Glass is to provide you with all the information you need before you even think of a question, but without being a nag. Sound too crazy? Not for Google, says Google. What people want and what they don't know they want. Our role is to understand user needs in terms of our search products and make sure that we're developing a search experience that meets and exceeds expectations. John Wiley, Google's lead user experience designer for search, told me in mid-December. To get a sense of how that was going, Wiley said, the company conducted a little human nature study. Wiley's team gathered up a group of folks from all walks of life and installed specialized software on their mobile devices. Throughout the day, this software prompted the study participants with a very open-ended question. What was the last bit of information you needed? The point of the study wasn't to trace the flow of data through the participants' handsets. Wiley's team just wanted to know what sort of information, simple or complicated, mundane or exciting, people were hunting for at any given moment.
And they just told you that they were tracing a flow of data through participant handsets. That means that they can do this to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, folks.
It's almost like a form of mind reading when you think about it. It's very invasive.
And it also seems like a technology that something out of this world would be studying humans. Alright, and taking control of them. Alright, let's move on. Actually, you guys can read the rest. It is a long article, but it's deep. And this is part of the mark of the beast. It's in your hand and your forehead. Google. It's number 6. Google. Think of it. Alright, folks, it's frequency. It's a camera. They can see everything. It's a police state. You don't need to have cash anymore. You can trade everything on your cell phone. It's the one world city. It scans your brain. Alright, folks, trust me. This is something. And trust me, I'm not getting this, but this is something that people should know that this is the future right here.
And people should take a pause and stop and think with this race of having the latest technology. I'm not speaking just from outside of the field of that. I've had to do it. We've had to back off of certain things that would excite you, but we know it's not good for you, not good for our family and our team. So you have to take that into consideration that though these devices might be convenient and almost irresistible to get, they might not be that good for you and they dumb you down.
Alright. And I also watched this one clip about microwaves and how they could beam stuff at you. There's one way they can beam stuff. Read your mind. Got bone connective speakers that goes throughout your whole skull frequency. Hack into your brain. Alright, folks, this is the No Face Moon. Please rate, subscribe, comment. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Blogspot, Critterbox, and Godlike Production. Please Subscribe to Mystiques and Astrology and Astronomy channel. Those are my backup channels. This is the movement. Move movement to next time. Facing off.